I'm Sarah. I grew up in Washington State. If anyone would have asked me if I was a Christian, I would have said no. Growing up, we weren't every Sunday go to church, study the Bible kind of family. We more so went during Easter and Christmas, and that was all I kind of knew about God at the time. I moved to Austin in 2018 with my ex-boyfriend. We were together for 5 years, and so when we broke up, I was very heartbroken because I thought I was going to marry him. He grew up Christian, so he told me actually to stay away from tarot. When I wasn't with him anymore, I didn't have that boundary, so I started to kind of use it as a tool to try to heal myself from the relationship and try to find who I really was. When I first read the cards, I felt like I was having a conversation with who I thought God was at the time. It felt very loving, it felt very comforting, but the deeper I went into it, the more the kind of deception started to leak through, you know. I like to compare kind of my relationship with tarot and the occult kind of like a toxic relationship or drug use or alcohol use. Like, it feels good in the moment, but then the more you do it, the more you kind of need it to kind of sustain that, and then you just have like a dependency on it, and it's really unhealthy, and then without it, yeah, it's just, you can spiral. Like, I spiraled. And so once the cards weren't enough, I started using a pendulum, or I started consulting other gods. I started worshiping Hindu gods. I started looking into Buddhism. I started looking into Taoism. And so it just kind of grew into all of these other occult ways to try to find this peace that I was searching and longing for, that I had kind of at that very beginning when I started with the cards. It spiraled into this whole mess. Some people could argue it was mania or delusion. I would argue it was demonic possession. When I was kind of going through the delusion, the paranoia, I would pray to Jesus, and he brought me peace. And so I would turn to Jesus, and then I would get peace. But then I would also turn back to mantras or chanting to other gods, or tarot readings or astrology readings. I would kind of try to do both, and then the spiritual warfare would hit again immediately. And so that's when I started to actually look into the Bible myself. I hadn't read the Bible at all the whole time I was in the New Age. I only opened it for very specific purposes, for like, I tried to use it for divination or things like that, but I didn't just read the Bible. But when I actually started reading the Bible, there was just a shift, and I realized I can't continue doing both. I can't continue on, and so I had to pick. Either I live for Jesus, or I, turn back and do the things that I was doing before. September 24th, 2022, I gave my life to Jesus. When I made that decision, it's like he gave me a completely brand new life, and he restored everything and redeemed everything. All those things, all those ways I was before, it didn't even matter.
We made a video for you, and we want you to watch it. Here it is.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. He made me brand new. Like, literally, he gave me a brand new heart. Things that I didn't think were wrong or I didn't care about before, he just shifted, he just changed everything.